Fairy Garden Thursday. It's time to make another fairy garden. Let's get busy. Hi, it's Sharon from Sherry's Fairies. Welcome to my channel. It is Fairy Garden Thursday, and I'd like to welcome everyone to my channel. And if you're new here, welcome, welcome. And if you're a new subscriber, thank you, thank you, thank you. I really do appreciate my subscribers, and big hugs to all my regulars who watch me all the time. Thank you, thank you. Well, like I said, today is Fairy Garden Thursday, and Grandma Sandy is the host for this collaboration. And if you build fairy gardens, just look up Grandma Sandy and you can post your fairy gardens on there too. So today I have a couple of cute little new fairies and accessories that I'd like to incorporate into a little fairy garden. This is Fluff Fairy, and she came sitting on this bear. So I thought we'll just make this fairy garden out in the bush. Whoops. So we'll be putting her on there and gluing her down. And then we have this sweet little family. We have the mama and the papa and the dad. And they have a cute little daughter. And I'm going to place them sitting around a campfire. And they're going to be out here in the bush camping. So, then I also have a little table and chair. They just look like logs. I might incorporate that. And a little wagon. It looks like maybe it's got logs on it. So, we have to figure out what we're going to do. So I decided, I bought this at a garage sale, and I thought, well, it will work for a fairy garden. So now I have to decide how I'm going to make it work. So I'll take all these guys off, and I think I'm going to start with, yeah, it sits better, by putting the green mat down. So I have to cut that out. So I'll go and do that. And that means we have to go over to the closet. Over here. And I have this great big thing of artificial turf. So I'm going to cut a square. That's what I'm going to cut a square. Oops. I went crooked. Oh well. Well, I cut the square and then I put the base on it too, around it with white pencil crayon, and I cut it out and made it round. And now here we're going to glue it down. Oh, I cut a piece that was sticking out too far there, so we cut that off too. And then we're going to glue it all down. The glue guns were not hot. So here I am breaking up some branches. These are cut off of my lilac bush. I did that the other day, and they're just laying in my yard. So I went out and grabbed some branches, and I'm just breaking them up. because we're going to make trees out of these. So here I'm just getting them ready to be trees. This is the way I vacuum. There was a lot of moss and stuff on the table, so I'm just blowing it on the floor. I think it's good for me to blow. Anyhow, the glue gun's finally hot, so now I'm going to put some glue down and start putting the artificial turf on the stand. You have to do it a little bit at a time because this glue dries quickly, and by the time you lay the mat down, the glue will be all dried, and you want it stuck down there really well. And at this time, I would like to invite you to subscribe to my channel, and if you like this content, please give me a thumbs up and leave me a comment. It's always nice to say hello to whoever's watching. Now I'm taking the twigs that I prepared before, and I'm going to try to figure out how to get them to stand up. Usually I use floral foam, but I didn't this time. I used a wicker stand or a wicker cushion thing. And so I decided I'm just going to punch a hole in it with my scissors and then stick the branch in there. And by golly, that did work. So we did that for every branch I cut. We got all the branches in their spot, and now I'm going to make trees out of them. First of all, I'm going to take, I call it deer moss, and I'm going to glue deer moss onto the branch, and we'll just see what that looks like. think this tree turned out pretty darn cute, and I think it's going to work okay to make my little forest at the back of my fairy garden. I learned this trick from a guy on YouTube who does miniatures, and he has train sets, and he does lots of this kind of stuff to put his train set around, and it's really, really awesome. I can't remember his name, sorry, but this is where I learned this trick from. There, I'm putting it in its place, and I think it looks pretty awesome. Now, I'm taking out another one, and I'm going to do something different on this one. So, we'll have to wait and see. Here I'm taking a vine that has little leaves on it, and I'm making a tree. Just wrapping the leaves around the sticks, the branches on the tree. And I think it makes a very sweet little tree. Okay, the third little tree I'm making, I'm just going to put some regular moss on it. And we'll see what that looks like when she's all done. I think all the trees look pretty awesome. This is one of my favorite things to do, is to actually make what goes into my fairy garden. And finding this idea was so fun. I just thought this would be great for a fairy garden. So I'm so happy I got a chance to do my little forest and make it all from branches and moss. I really enjoy doing this type of craft. I'm showing you how the leaves come. They come in a ring like that. And it's a big long strand of leaves. And here I'm making the second leaf tree to put in the forest. Well, I put quite a few of those little green bushes in there. And I think it helped make the forest look just a little more fuller. And I added a stick. And here we have some berries on the ground and a bunny rabbit. And in there, there's a mushroom. And just some sticks. Get a close-up of the bunny rabbit. He's pretty cute. And we just put sticks in there. So this makes our little forest look a little more realistic. And then we'll add the fairies and stuff, but that's going to be another video. That will be for next week. I'm going to add more stuff, get them in their permanent place. The mama, and I don't know if that's the dad or a brother, and the little fire, and the little girl. Anyhow, we're going to continue this next week. But that's the start of my fairy garden. This garden will go up to the Norbridge Senior Center for people to enjoy for the summertime. And I'm going to keep working on it next week. So I'd like to thank Grandma Sandy for creating this channel. And it's always fun to make our fairy gardens. So you'll have to tune in next week and see what I do to finish it off. Well, thank you very much for watching. And we'll see you next Thursday to see how I finish it. And my next video will be Sunday home reset. And we'll see what else I get into. Thanks again. Bye.